Hi, it's me, Ginny. Last week when I was the teacher for a day, I got a lot of really good questions. So we pulled a couple out and we did some research. And like I said before, I'm 13. I'm not old enough to be a Democrat or Republican. So I'm just going to look at the facts. Let's look a little closer at President Obama's auto industry bailout. Car sales were way down. It was a tough time for all the automakers. After years of management mistakes, GM and Chrysler were broke. But instead of going through a regular bankruptcy where the company renegotiates its contracts, President Obama created a political bankruptcy for the United Auto Workers Union. In fact, it's actually a UAW bailout. Taxpayers paid over $26 billion in UAW subsidies. Now that's a lot of money. That's more than the entire United States foreign aid budget in 2011. GM stockholders, retirees and investors, their stock became worthless. The company reissued new stock and the UAW got a big piece of it. President Obama says that he saved thousands of industry jobs. Unfortunately, the UAW workers are still being paid lots more than the workers at companies like Toyota and Nissan. So it's going to be hard for them to stay competitive long term. Okay, now let's look at what Governor Romney would have done. He would certainly have been concerned and worked hard to assist GM and Chrysler, but he'd probably have supported a Chapter 11 reorganization. Lots of large companies that have gotten into trouble have gone through bankruptcy and come out stronger. Just look at the airlines. All the major carriers, Delta, U.S. Airways, and United have been through bankruptcy. Today, they're profitable and continue to provide tens of thousands of jobs. According to the National Review in May, the president's administration invested more than $85 billion in taxpayer money in the bailout. This month, GM stock is worth $43 billion. You do the math on that one. Then look at Ford Motor Company. Ford management made difficult decisions and played by the rules of free enterprise and found success. They have mostly remained profitable, but talk about unfair. They followed the rules, but now they have to compete with U.S. government-financed GM and Chrysler. In a regular bankruptcy, the UAW debt would have been treated like all the other creditors. It's against the principles that made America what it is today, to give the unions special treatment. In school, we just studied about John Adams, one of our founding fathers. I wonder what he would think. And sometimes jobs are lost, but many of these workers could go to work for Ford or another company. Or another group could have swept in and purchased the company, changed the product mix, and developed a smarter strategy that would enable them to compete effectively in the marketplace. I've been a little confused about the debates. The news guys talk so much about who won or if the moderator favored the president or the governor. It seems crazy to me to make your decision on who should be president based on a performance, like on American Idol. I love Carrie Underwood and Philip Phillips from last year, but this is the President of the United States. I think I did learn more about each man. I decided to think about what each man stands for in his heart. What's his philosophy? What are his values? I think that President Obama is a nice man. I think he believes that government should be responsible for solving most of the problems that people have, that government can pay for it no matter how much money it has. And redistributing wealth is the right thing to do. And sure, it's great for government to help during difficult times, but it should be temporary. It's kind of like if one kid makes the lowest grade in my class and one kid makes the highest grade, the teacher averages them out so that no one really fails. If I make an A, I shouldn't get a B because Tommy didn't study. I want the grade that's rightfully mine based on what I did to get it. I think that with Governor Romney's history, he believes in limited government, that the federal government should be responsible for defense, roads, and other things we need. Lots of federal programs should be returned to the states. Living within your means that you don't spend more money than you bring in. It's simple, but it is difficult. He knows how to do it, and he sees how important it is for our economic security. The president wants to tax everyone. He really wants to tax the rich. My dad said that every job he ever got was with a successful business owner. That makes sense to me. A successful man or woman with lower taxes will invest their money and create more jobs. That's what our economy needs, more jobs. And that's what gives everyone more opportunity. Remember what my dad said. If you want to get a difficult problem fixed, you've got to hire a guy with a proven track record of success. You decide who should be the next president of the United States. Your vote is very important. And remember, the future of Tommy, Heather, Kelsey, and all the other kids across America is in your hands.